Okay, people, it's story time. I have actually an astrology story time, like a hoodoo story time, a conjuring story time, but a story time nonetheless. Let's go. I set it for 10 minutes, and I'm probably gonna need all of that. So, so I just want y'all to, peruse that. Peruse that. That is the post that set me off and made so much click in my head. It was her particular example that we are going to discuss. I really need my astrology girls. I really need for the people who swear up and down this shit is not real, like this shit don't really happen, blase whoop-de-woo. I need you to come on this journey with me during this story time. I need you to come with me. Come with me, because one thing y'all will never be able to do on this app or anywhere else is tell me that it's not. So October 2017, I moved into an apartment in Duluth, Georgia. And I was severely, like, I was way worse with my injuries and my disability at that time. On my walker, had a cane. I don't have any of those things anymore, but I'm good now. Like, I'm gravy now. But listen, it was bad back then. The person that I was with at that time, we ended up having to, like, we came from South Carolina. Okay, I got rid of everything in my house in order to get the fuck out of South Carolina, because I hated being there, and I went home to recuperate and regroup and realign after my whole domestic violence situation in 2014. But I skedaddled up out of there in 2017. I couldn't take it. I could not take it. That state was not big enough for me and my mama at the time. It just wasn't. And the crazy part was, I had just bought new furniture. I got rid of all of that shit just to get the fuck out of there. Whatever wouldn't fit in my homegirl's Yukon XL, it wasn't going. It went out. It went out front on the lawn, or it got given away, or it got sold. Now, I took somebody back with me because I felt like I could show him, like, I saw potential. So I took him back to Atlanta with me because, like, you're not gonna get nowhere here. Let's go to Atlanta. Let me show you. You got some motion to you. You can make some shit happen. So we get up there. I stayed with the friend for a little bit. We had a disagreement, and I left with my ass on my shoulders. Not gonna lie, I left. I was upset. I left, and we ended up staying at his cousin's house all the way out. And I'm trying to remember exactly. It was past Duluth though. Sewanee? I want to say it was Sewanee, but it was like we were staying in his garage, not a basement, the actual garage, exposed fiberglass, so on and so forth. And it was me, him, my daughter Heaven, who was like maybe 3 at the time, and my younger son. Hated it there. Started to, wonder why my life was going the way my life was going, and started getting into spirituality. I started looking at YouTube videos on rituals. Like, at that time, I was like, anything that'll get me out of this predicament. Anything that'll get me out of this man's garage. I appreciate him for opening his home to us, because we use the kitchen and everything else as washer, dryer, and I thank him for that. Him and his wife. But it was just like, yo, it was a rat that would just be skittering across shit, and I was scared it was gonna fall on my daughter. Sent my daughter to her aunt. Sent my daughter to her aunt, because no. And when we finally got the apartment, when I went and applied for that fucking apartment, I went in there with my walker, y'all. I went in with my walker. They showed me a ground level, not ground level, a regular, a walk-up. They showed me a walk-up apartment. That was the in the front. That's the model that they showed me. Child, they put me in a terrace level apartment in the back. In the fucking back. And first time I went down them steps, the railing was shaky as fuck. And I turned around and looked. I said, hey, it's a problem for y'all. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about me and these steps right here. I can fall down one of these steps and I will sue the shit out y'all. Know that. If I fall down these steps, that's y'all ass. I told them that in October 2017. Here we are in January 2018. Happy New Year! I fall down them fucking stairs. Going to the grocery store to make sure the house is straight, but I'm skipping a part. Excuse me. When we moved into the apartment, totally empty. We have no furniture. We got totes and we got air mattresses. What ended up happening was I found a ritual while I was still in that garage. And it was very simple. It was very easy. It only needed 3 things: candle, eucalyptus oil, cinnamon. No, it needed like paper, pen and paper, a nickel, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and a candle. I did this ritual in an empty house. You know what I'm saying? Like a totally, completely empty house, right? Fully believing it's gonna work for me. Fully believing it. Wrote my petition, did what I was supposed to do, did the steps exactly the way the lady said it in the video. Now, January 2018. Happy New Year! I fall down the stairs. I'm going to the grocery store to go make sure, like, I'm very not happy with my fiance because all he want to do is play video games. All he want to do is play PlayStation. Like, I got with him, potentially I thought it could be great, but when I fell, like, he heard me fall because literally I have 2 rods and 6 screws in my back. I was screaming bloody murder, and it was all curse words. It was all filth. It was all profanity because I told these bastards what was going to happen, and it was like they didn't fucking hear me. What does my loving fiance do? He brings me a comforter and goes back in the house. I'm waiting on the ambulance. I'm cussing the ambulance people out because it's like I'm on steps. Like, you can't bring a stretcher down here, so they had to put me in one of them ass ambulance chairs. I need to be on a backboard, and I hate backboards. Don't get it twisted. I can't stand to see a backboard come out for me because that's also coming with the collar. It's coming with a collar, and then it's coming with tape, and then I'm getting taped down to this board, and I'm gonna be there for like 2 fucking hours. And I mean, that is until they find me a room, and most of these hospitals are always busy. So when I come from the ambulance, they transfer me. They, okay, 1, 2, 3, and I'm on that bed until the nurse, doctor, whatever, until I go into MRI, CT, or whatever. But this time, I'm on an ambulance chair. I'm talking about somebody pouring hot lava down my back. Somebody is just continuously pumping this hot lava, and it felt like somebody turned the temperature up on the lava. The like solar, okay? These fuck ass people hand me a Tylenol. But let me tell you how I turned pain into purpose. I transmuted the fuck out of it. I got on the phone with the lawyers. Yeah, I found me a lawyer. I started Googling. I started doing my Googles. I was looking up a lawyer. And I found one that I thought was going to be the one. No. They sent me to a chiropractor. Something else I did not want to do because I got rods and screws back there. I don't need nobody touching my back, actually. I don't want nobody touching my back for real. I've swung on doctors for touching my back. I don't want you to touch my back. And I tell them up front, like when you tell them up front, don't touch me there, I will not be held responsible for the reaction that I give you. Do not touch that area. Very sensitive. It's like the source of my pain right now. Don't touch it. What do? They always touch it. Bah! Okay, all right, I'm out. I know, I get it. I know. It's happened so many times. So I'm running out of time on this one. Come back for part 2.